Hello, everyone. Welcome to Infinite Light. More specifically, welcome to RAM Vibes. Thank you for joining me. Thank you so much for joining me. Those of you guys who watch this post live, we start at 4 minutes in. I've got a great message for you today. Spirit gave it to me yesterday. I am in love with it. Thank you, everybody, for joining me. As you're coming into the room, please do not forget to hit that like button. As you're coming into the room, please do not forget to hit that like button. Thank you. Thank you so much for joining me. Got like a hair. Thank you so much for joining me. Spirit's already given me messages for this day, Ram Vibes. And I can't wait to share it with you all. Thank you. Come on in, hit that like button on your way in, and please do not forget to comment down below where it is that you're watching this from. Just shout out where it is you're at. So we got Deborah from Florida. Deborah, let me tell you something. Deborah, are you still in the house? Just raise your hand in the house or something like that. When I saw your comment, I was like, that is so Aries. That is so Aries of you. Like the singular all you did was you came into the room early, didn't realize you were early. Something must have been wrong, and all you did was respond with a question mark. There's so much power in a single symbol. All you did was respond with a question mark. How many Aries out there have been agitated by something, and all you did was respond with a question mark? I love it. That is so me. That is so me. Like, you're trying not to be aggressive, but there's so much to be said for the one symbol. All right, we're starting at we're starting at 4 minutes. Come on in. Don't forget to hit that like button. Let me know in the comments down below where you're watching this from. Sarajevo. I know what it is that the word says. I just have an issue with saying words. So hello, IK. Can I be like completely like woo-woo with you guys for a second? I do believe, I keep believing more and more that I am from like some species that doesn't use words, because I have an issue with words. I don't know what it is. And I've got other people in my family, and my youngest has an issue with words too. And when I was a kid, I used to have a stammer. And sometimes when I get very, very, very tired, it comes back, or some sort of emotional response to things. Sometimes my stammer comes back. And I get tongue-tied too with certain words. And English is my first language, and I forget English a lot. It's so interesting. So shout out to New York, shout out to Chicago, shout out to Florida. 30 seconds to go, guys, and I've got a message to you already from Spirit. Spirit is here. I am tapped in, and I am so grateful to be so. Don't forget, as you're coming in, to hit that like button. All right, we're going to get started. In 5, 4, 3. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and grand rising to the kings and queens of the Aries Plus community. I do know, I am aware, I can feel your presence, cross-watcher. I know that there is like 1 to 2 per live, and that is okay. So this week's theme that Spirit has given me is openness. Today is, as I'm recording this live, as we're doing this live, today is the 8th of October, and the specific thing that Spirit has led me to talk about on the 8th of 4:44. All right. On the 8th of October is, it might look different. So remember, the theme of the week is openness. And what spirit, am I choppy, guys? If I am, I apologize. And what spirit to, hey, it might look different. I'm wanting it to flow perfectly nicely. And then here we go. As soon as I start talking about it might look different, my let me turn off this real quick. My 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 feed is choppy. All right. So there are several things that come with this message of it might look different. The first is you've given your future a lot of thought. You've given your future a lot of thought. The thing that you have to understand about us as mere mortals, as humans, is we can only see our nose in front of us. And we only know based on our experiences. And a lot of folks are not privy to the magic and the majesty that is outside of them, on a daily basis, that is just ruminating around you on a daily basis. You might have some sort of inner knowing that there are higher forces around you. You might have some sort of inner knowing that we are energetically intertwined. But I believe for a lot of folks, that's kind of where it stops. Because once again, your perception is all that you can see in front of you. And the only thing that you can imagine, the only things that you can imagine are based off of your experience. Sometimes when you tap into your subconscious, sometimes when you tap into your higher self, you might be able to fathom a fantasy outside of that. But again, we're only human. So as you're out here manifesting this change that is coming, that via spirit am asking you to be open to, I need you to open that up a little bit more and be willing to accept it just slightly different. So here's an example. You've got a fixation towards a very specific person, a very specific person. I'm calling in this person, I'm calling in this person, I'm calling in this person. If you ever watch, and I say this a lot, if you ever watch like genie movies or, I don't know, like movies with witches or something, and they're granting a wish, one thing that they always shy away from, and they tell their clients and stuff, is like, hey, I can't make somebody fall in love with you. Why is that? It's because that person has free will. Also, that person has their own life path. So you are being encouraged to not try to call in a specific person. You are being encouraged, and I've said this before, to sit down and write out all of the attributes that you want in a lover, all of the attributes that you want in a soulmate. And do not do that without evaluating that list and making sure that you have it within you first, because you're only going to call in like energy. All right. So not a specific person, a specific energy. It might look different. You say that you're manifesting $100,000 every day. You pray for $100,000. Maybe you do like Jim Carrey and you write a check and it says $100,000 and you carry it in your pocket. But this entire time, your soul was meant in this incarnation to accrue way more than $100,000. And it was never meant to be one singular windfall. You were meant to be wealthy, not just singularly rich for 1 month out of your life. So you're limiting yourself. So have an openness that it might look different, whatever this is that you are calling in, okay? All right, so that's enough with the examples. I'm pretty sure that you can fill in the blanks with your own thing. Just spirit is asking you to span out. Another thing is that you've got to remember, not everybody can come on each adventure in your life. Think of it like a trip, and you've only got a 4-seater car. One of those seats is for you. And guess what? You're driving, honey, right? So you got 3 other passengers you can take with you. So not everybody can fit in the car on this particular journey, in this particular chapter. And you have to also be aware that sometimes you're not driving a 4-seater car. Sometimes you're driving a Vespa or a Gitsy or a motorcycle. And sometimes it doesn't have the passenger car right next to it. Sometimes you got to go on certain roads alone. Remember that. That's how you're open to receiving these blessings that you're calling in. Not everybody can come along. Sometimes, and this just came to me, sometimes you might actually take a risk and pick up a hitchhiker. And it's up to you and your discernment. Oh, I like this, Spirit. Thank you so much. To figure out if that person is safe or not. Oh, now I'm getting hot. You got to figure out if that person is safe or not. I don't hear y'all talking to me. Y'all know that I come from a church background. I don't hear y'all talking to me. I'm not trying to preach to you. I'm just trying to let you know what it is that Spirit is telling me about this next chapter in your life. This is a quote that I heard yesterday that I was just like, holy cow, that is beautiful. And what was crazy was when I did a personal reading for myself last night before I went to bed, the cards literally said this. I got the Lover's card, the Eight of Wands, and the Fool card. The Lover's card, the Eight of Wands, and the Fool card. After I was reading this mantra, this quote to myself over and over again throughout the day yesterday, I choose to feel the vibration I'm trying to live. Write that down, put it in the comments down below, or write it down in a notebook, or on your phone. I choose to feel the vibration I am trying to live. I choose to feel the vibration I am trying to live. Part of this openness is accepting that whatever these blessings that you're calling into your life might look different. So in order to make sure that your vessel is ready to receive these blessings, instead of fixating on the specifics, if you don't know how else to ask for the blessings, how else to energetically feel the blessings, write this down and say it to yourself at least a couple of times a day. I choose to feel the vibration I am trying to live. Another confirmation I got was when I logged in to my computer this morning. It was 5:15, and something was like, you know what? Look at your book. I haven't pulled this out in a long time. Those OG followers know that I used to use this book a lot. So I was like, 5:15. Okay, let's look at it. It literally says, new you. New you. All the lessons you've learned and all of the challenges you've overcome have brought you closer to your authentic self. Listen to that again. All the lessons you've learned and all the challenges you've overcome have brought you closer to your authentic self. It's time to honor that growth. It's time to honor that growth, everyone. And all you say or do, reflect on the new you. This is a part of being open. You have changed. What does that look like? Have you even evaluated how you've changed? How have you reflected on the path that you've traveled to this present moment? It says, repeat this mantra. In my action and words, I honor my authentic self. In my action and words, I honor my authentic self. One more time. In my action and words, I honor my authentic self. So we're talking about openness being a part of honoring our authentic self. And within that openness message, it being accepting to things looking different. It's 5:44 in the morning where I'm at, and 13:55 on the clock. So we're getting a lot of synchronicities. I choose to feel the vibration I'm trying to live. Let's pull some cards. Spirit, help me deliver a clear and concise message to those watching. Should anything negative come up, immediately return it to sender. I don't want it on me. I don't want it in my household, and I don't want it on the viewer. I choose to feel the vibration I am trying to live. Openness and accepting to things looking different. Tell us what we need to see. King of Cups, the King of Water. That's actually, I've never seen this depiction before. Look at that. The King of Cups. Trustworthy, compassionate, respected, and cultured. Hello, cultured. Cultured. It says, open your heart and mind to those around you. Trustworthy and heartfelt advice and charitable work. Open your mind and heart to those around you, those energies around you that might look different than what you expected. Now, I know some of you guys are out there saying, what does that mean? You said not to try to manifest this specific person, but this specific person, I've already deemed them being perfect for me, and they're my type. What does that mean? I live in an area and I've never seen anybody look like this person. This person is fine AF. And you're telling me not to concentrate on this person and to accept that things might look different? So does that mean Spirit's going to send me a troll? No. Spirit's not going to send you a troll. You've got to have faith. You've got to trust that Spirit knows what you want and need. I'll ask you this question. Do you feel like you look like a troll? Because if it's true that energy begets energy, that energy attracts energy, do you feel like you look like a troll? If the answer is yes, then maybe you should explore that. No, but seriously. Message. As soon as I said that, message. If you feel like that is a possibility for you in your future, maybe you should explore that. Same thing with success, same thing with money. What do you feel like you deserve? Be open to the different possibilities. Here we go. Temperance card pops out. Did you see how? I love these cards. These cards are really jumpy. We got Temperance already, falling on the King of Cups. So we got Gemini, Cancer, no, King of Cups. For some reason, I can't resonate with who the King of Cups is. Oh, Pisces, Aquarius, Sagittarius on the board right now. And the Three of Cups. All right, guys. So this is reconciliation here. This is communing with your spirit tribe, your spirit team, higher level energies around you. This is happiness. This is celebration. But if any of these things occur in your reality, you need to trust that it has been tempered by the universe first before it enters your reality. If you have done the work, because this ain't going to be for everybody in here. Some of you guys, and I'm going to be dead honest, some of you guys will watch tarot readings all day long. Will come in here to this Ram Vibe Live, tap into this beautiful energy, the beautiful energy that it is. Listen to what Spirit is trying to tell you. Use me as a vessel, and then go about your merry way, not changing a darn thing in your life. I'm going to be honest. There's like a few of y'all in here that do that. And that's where you at. And guess what? I'm going to meet you where you're at, boo. That's fine. There are other people, however, that will sit down throughout their day and step with intention. Those are the people that are calling in this tempered energy. This could also mean here with this King of Cups, this Temperance, and this Three of Cups, that you could be reconciling with a part of yourself that is healed. This King of Cups and this Temperance here is telling me that, especially in this Libra season, you are becoming more balanced as a person. And the balance is centering around your emotional response to things. I will also tell you this King of Cups, if in the reverse, could be a lonely person. So you could be reconciling with where you're at right now in life. I'm not lonely. Spirit has given me an opportunity to reflect without having to deal with the unhealed child of somebody else. Do you hear what I'm saying? I don't have to deal with somebody else's BS. And that is pulling me away from myself, Or I no longer invest in other people's BS. Spirit and the universe have given me an opportunity to invest in myself. Some of you guys are coming to terms with why maybe you might still be single, with why things might be a little bit slow right now, with why you might have a cold and have had to call out of work for a little bit, with why it is that you're still looking for that next job or that next investment, with why maybe you're still struggling a little bit with money. It's because Spirit is readying your vessel, tempering you like you temper chocolate, baby. Chocolate has to be tempered to the right temperature after being melted. Listen to what I am saying. In order for it to cool in a hard, sturdy, and shiny texture. Listen to what I'm saying. You are reconciling with those ideas. I will not put it past this idea of the cards too. You could be reconciling with somebody else as well. Now that could be somebody that you know from this reality, or somebody that you came down to this lifetime with, and God and the angels and the universe said, you will eventually meet this person again at this particular timing on earth. So be open to all of those things as a possibility. I'm going to send you one more time before we go to prayer with this mantra. I choose to feel the vibration I'm trying to live. All right. My head is going crazy. I've just been trying not to itch it because I feel like I look like I got the ick on my head when I itch it, but it's just the vibration of Spirit. All right, guys. It's tempered. You are tempering yourself. Remember the analogy of the chocolate. Okay. Here we go. We're going to go into prayer, and then I'm going to send y'all on your way. Hold on. As soon as I closed my eyes, I saw snakes. And I used to, when I was 16 years old, before I lived in Houston, where I live now, I came to Houston to visit family, and I went to the zoo. I was 16. I went to the zoo, and we went to the reptile habitat. And when I got to the snake section, I had passed the alligators and the lizards. I used to own chameleons too. When I got to the snake section, my throat closed up. At 16, I had to be escorted out of the reptile habitat. I was so deathly afraid of snakes, even though they were behind a safety glass, and there's no way they could have got to me. And as soon as I closed my eyes to say a prayer, there was snakes, multiple snakes. Think Indiana Jones, like how he's like, snakes. There are too many effing snakes on this effing plane. My response was a bodily physical reaction. So I closed my eyes and I saw these snakes just now, and I felt okay with it. Remember that astrologically, okay, numerology of 2025 is the year 9, all right? And that means that endings are supposed to happen. Things are supposed to look different this year. It all connects. In the Chinese Lunar New Year, what year is this? The year of the wood snake. What do snakes do? They shed old skin in order to thrive, survive, and grow. Use that analogy to help you realize openness this week. 12 people in this room, 12 people have liked. All right, let's get into the prayer. Thank you, Spirit. Ancestors, spirit guides, the gods and goddesses, ascended masters, angels, and higher level energies, for our greatest and highest good, thank you. Thank you for bringing us today, and thank you for bringing forward this message. Thank you for planting a seed in our conscious, allowing our subconscious to water it, so that we can realize that we are destined for so much more than what we could imagine. Help us open our hearts and open our minds to that looking different than what we thought might happen. And that we realize that everything happens for our greatest and highest good. Give us the inner knowing that we are strong enough, evolved enough, self aware enough that we can use our discernment as we step along the path of our day today. Help us realize that we are strong enough, knowledgeable enough, and have grown enough that even in the face of adversity, we too can conquer it. Anything that brings our vibration down, whether it be anger, whether it be frustration, whether it be sadness, help us in the realization that it can't rain all the time and it will never rain all the time. And at the end of the storm, there will be a rainbow and the sun shining on us, illuminating our next step forward. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you for all that you have done, all that you are doing, and all that you will do. Amen. And so it is, as above, so below, as within, so without, in divine timing and with divine flow. Thank you so much for joining me today, guys. I appreciate you all. I've got so many ideas of videos. So expect to see just some random stuff popping up on my channel for like the next 2 weeks. And remember, those of you guys who generally come to my live evening, my Friday evening live All Signs, I'm not doing a Friday evening live All Signs, but I will be doing All Signs today. It's on the calendar for today. So make sure your notifications are on. All right, guys. I love you so, so very much. Sending you so much loving energy. Realize this mantra. I choose to feel the vibration I'm trying to live. Realize that inside of yourself today. I challenge you. All right, you get to watch me while I awkwardly get out of this live. What do I do today? Do I do a dance? See you guys later. Bye.